Fish that has been prepared, sealed in an airtight container such as a sealed tin can, and then heated is referred to as canned fish. Also, the shelf life of food that has been preserved via the process of canning typically ranges from 1 to 5 years. Dive in as we take a look at the manufacturing process that goes into making canned fish in factories. How canned fish is made in factories. Raw materials. The first step in the process involves the procurement of fresh fish from a variety of different locales. In addition to being harvested from oceans and seas, fish may also be obtained via agricultural farms. The sort of fish that is selected is determined by the final product that is sought. However, it might be tuna, salmon, sardines, or other species of fish. Also, it is of the utmost importance that the fish be of high quality, since it has a direct impact on the flavor and consistency of the finished product. Cleaning and preparation. After the fish has been delivered to the factory, it is subjected to a comprehensive cleaning process in order to eliminate any impurities or undesired components. The process often includes removing the head and tail, as well as gutting and scaling. The fish that has been cleaned is next classified according to its size and quality. Cooking or pre-cooking. Cooking or pre-cooking the fish is the following stage of this factory process. Depending on the kind of fish and the taste profile that is wanted, this may be accomplished by using a variety of ways, such as boiling, steaming, or baking at the appropriate temperature. Also, fish may be improved in terms of its flavor, texture, and shelf life by the process of cooking. Deboning and filleting. After the fish has been cooked, it is deboned and filleted in order to remove any bones or skin that may still be present. In most cases, this is accomplished with the assistance of automated machinery that has been developed expressly for this purpose. Through the process of deboning and filleting, the fish that has been canned is rendered boneless and fit for ingestion. The canning process. After the fish have been deboned and filleted, they are sent to the canning line for further processing. The cans are normally constructed of aluminum or steel that has been tin-plated, and they are available in a variety of sizes to meet the requirements of the market. It is with great care that fish is put into the cans, along with any extra components that may be required, such as oil, water, or seasonings. Sealing and sterilization. In order to avoid any contamination and to ensure that the fish remains as fresh as possible, the cans are sealed once they have been filled. Sterilization is then performed on the cans that have been sealed in order to eliminate any germs or microorganisms that can cause the cans to go bad. This is often accomplished by putting the cans through a pressure cooker or retort and then treating them to high temperatures. Cooling and labeling. Following the completion of the sterilization process, the cans are allowed to return to room temperature. After they have been allowed to cool, they are tagged with essential information such as the name of the product, the date it will expire, the nutritional information, and marketing information. Packaging and distribution. To complete the factory process, the cans are placed in distribution trays or cartons before being packaged for distribution. In other words, following the packaging process, the cans are placed in a warehouse for storage before being sent to wholesalers or retailers for distribution to end users. Reasons to eat canned fish. Excellent source of omega-3 fatty acids. Omega-3 fatty acids are considered to be a necessary fat since your body is unable to create them on its own. Therefore, you must get them from the consumption of food or supplements. According to a study that was published in the Journal of Nutrients in 2023, omega-3 fatty acids are particularly important for joint health because of their anti-inflammatory properties, which have been demonstrated to be beneficial for those who suffer from osteoarthritis. Anchovies, salmon, sardines, and tuna are excellent providers of omega-3 fatty acids. For adults, it's advised that they consume 8 ounces of seafood on a weekly basis, as stated in the Dietary Guidelines for Americans for the years 2020 to 2025. More durable than either fresh or frozen food. According to research that was published by the Food and Agricultural Organization of the United Nations, it is estimated that 27% of all seafood that is caught across the globe is discarded. The most plausible explanation for this is that it has a shorter fresh food safety window. In addition to being a more cost-effective alternative to fresh seafood, canned seafood is maintained by being heated or preserved in salt, which extends its shelf life to years rather than days. This is accomplished by sealing the seafood in an airtight container. Furthermore, the quality of fish does not remain the same for as long as it does in canned fish, even if frozen fish is a more cost-effective alternative to fresh fish. Overall, canned fish is a dependable and nutrient-dense source of protein for those who have limited access to utilities. This is because canned fish can be stored for an extended period of time, but that's not all. When there is no refrigeration available, it is also an excellent choice for situations such as traveling, camping, and picnicking. The potential for it to be sustainable. Due to the fact that many businesses place a high priority on collaborating with local fishermen and canneries that adhere to sustainable fishing techniques, canned fish has the potential to be an environmentally friendly alternative for seafood. Whenever you are searching for sustainable canned fish, it is important to examine the can to ensure that the fisheries are using equipment that is beneficial to the environment. Thus, there are a number of words that the Monterey Bay Aquarium Seafood Watch, a conservation program that is administered by the Monterey Bay Aquarium, suggest checking for on canned fish, particularly tuna. These terms include pole and line caught, pole caught, troll caught, FAD-free, free school, and school caught. In the event that you need help finding information on the manner in which the fish was collected, particularly in the case of tuna, there is a high probability that it was harvested using a technique that is not sustainable. Excellent source of calcium and vitamin D. Alongside one another, vitamin D and calcium are essential for maintaining strong bones. Also, vitamin D is one of the most difficult nutrients to get from food, despite the fact that your body is able to produce it with the assistance of sunshine. So calcium and vitamin D are both found in abundance in canned fish, which includes tuna, salmon, trout, and sardines, among other types of fish. According to the National Institute of Health, 3 ounces of salmon has around 570 international units of vitamin D, which is equivalent to 71% of the daily value that is advised for vitamin D consumption. Delicious and adaptable. The fact that canned fish is delectable and flexible, whether it is consumed on its own or as an ingredient, is the greatest reason to consume canned fish. There are several varieties of canned fish that may be eaten straight from the can with crackers, such as octopus, squid, and mussels. However, there are other varieties that are ideal for incorporating into meals. Anchovies are an essential component of a traditional Caesar salad, while tinned salmon and tuna are excellent ingredients for making salmon burgers or tuna melts. Also, canned mussels, clams, and sardines may be used to produce kinds of pasta that are showstoppers, as well as salad toppings that are strong in protein. Dangers associated with canned fish. It is typically safe to eat canned fish as long as you consume the quantity that is suggested. However, if you suffer from an allergy or intolerance to fish, you should steer clear of canned fish. The experts recommend that those who are following a diet that restricts sodium intake should limit their consumption of canned fish and instead choose versions that contain less sodium. Higher sodium varieties can cause elevated blood pressure if total sodium intake is not being monitored, experts further point out. In addition, there is a possibility that some canned fish, such as tuna, may contain high concentrations of mercury, which when consumed in excess amounts may be harmful to the body. So it's essential to choose canned fish varieties that have minimal levels of salt and to eat them in moderation in order to avoid any adverse effects on one's health. So now that you know how canned fish is made in factories, are you going to go out to the grocery store and get 1 can of fish for tonight? Let us know in the comments. But that's all for today. See ya!